How can you possibly know if that small lump or the spot on your skin that you have is a tumor or a cancer? Believe it or not, knowing the difference between a small tumor and cancer can save your life, and truly save your life by recognizing it just a few days earlier. In some types of cancer, a tumor appears first. That tumor transforms into something malignant, and when the situation can no longer be controlled, you would have wished you knew about this video that can save your life. So in this video, I will reveal the difference between a normal tumor we might have in our body and a cancer that leads to death, and how we can solve this problem before it's too late. Warm greetings to all from Dr. Agustin Landivar, naturopath, acupuncturist, conventional doctor, and founder of drlandivar.com. On this channel, as a conventional doctor, I treat my patients through natural medicine, homeopathy, and acupuncture before resorting to the use of pharmaceutical drugs. Therefore, if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing and press the little bell down here to receive notifications and be the first to see the new video. If you are in need of an online consultation or high-quality supplements for your specific illness, please visit drlandivar.com and make sure to stay until the very end of the video for more tips and related videos regarding this important topic. Even though you might not believe it, every single one of us could potentially have a tumor. Having a tumor doesn't automatically mean it's something malignant. You can have benign tumors or you can have malignant tumors. The crucial difference is knowing how to distinguish between them. Now, interestingly enough, there are tumors that are composed of fat, tumors that are made of skin, tumors that are even formed from muscle, from organs, or even from connective tissue. It's crucial to differentiate what truly constitutes a cancer, which you must recognize before you can no longer resolve the situation. Therefore, this video reveals the key differences between a tumor and cancer so that you can effectively tackle this problem before it becomes too late. Number 1, cancer grows at an alarming rate. I do not know if you were already aware of this fact, but there are specific types of cancers that can suddenly appear, which can grow from one night to the very next morning and require that you be able to recognize them immediately. On numerous occasions, I've had the experience of assisting patients who suddenly present with a noticeable lump in their throat, a mass located right at the level of the thyroid gland, and it's precisely a spot where cancer grows so incredibly fast that it becomes immediately imperative to find a solution to the problem. If you should suddenly notice that a lump is growing in an exaggerated way from one day to the very next, and you have not experienced any kind of physical blow, perhaps some kind of a bruise, or some, let's put it this way, irregular bleeding, it is very important that you go and have yourself checked out by a medical professional. Do not wait. If you are watching this video at this very moment and are listening to this important advice, go see a doctor, get yourself thoroughly checked, take all the necessary tests, and discover if what you have isn't truly cancer. Now, curiously enough, these types of cancer can appear in any part of the body, not only the thyroid or the throat, they might even appear in the abdomen, in the leg, or on the skin. Everything is going to depend entirely on the specific type of cancer that it happens to be, and obviously the rate of growth that it has will also tell us a great deal about its level of malignancy. If you're in need of a high-quality supplement that acts as a powerful antioxidant, which helps to prevent any type of cancer throughout the entire human body, you should look for glutathione, or what is better known as the Bright Caps from Finley, over at drlandivar.com. Number 2, cancer grows in an abnormal, often disfigured way. The fundamental difference between a tumor and a cancer very often is the specific growth structure that it possesses. A cancer is characterized by the overexcessive and uncontrolled proliferation of cells that typically do not grow in an organized or orderly fashion, unlike a small, well-defined lump that might appear and which often has a shape that is even pleasant to see or to touch. Whenever we are dealing with a case of cancer, the cancer itself is always going to grow in a very irregular way, so to speak. It will be larger on one side, smaller on the other, maybe even sunken in some specific spot. It is not a homogeneous or uniform tumor, which obviously can tell you that this is actually something quite bad and not something benign like you were originally thinking. In fact, many types of cancer have abnormal growth. They grow because they are cells that are not controlled, that do not obey any pattern, and are growing in a dizzying manner, requiring immediate attention. If you are in need of a high-quality antioxidant supplement that can truly help you while you are undergoing a cancer treatment, and which, by the way, are known to be extremely effective for your health, you should look for the Ultra C1000 soursop leaves in large quantities, and also the IM Defense or the Immuno Queen from Finley over at the website drlandivar.com. Number 3, the cancer you see can have a foul odor. At first glance, we think and hear that cancer is an obviously unpleasant disease, but few of us know that cancer in the form of a tumor can emit a foul odor. That tumor growth obviously causes internal cell death, which then generates a putrid odor. I have often seen putrefaction in the breasts of a woman with cancer. I have seen putrefaction on the face with cancers of the nose or septum. I've seen throat putrefaction, all indicating that in reality, instead of being naturally a tumor, it's a cancer with tissue that is dying and causing the patient nausea from the foul odors it emits. If you see that your cancer is not natural, that it smells bad, that it's unpleasant, that maybe you even feel uncomfortable because in reality something isn't right, it's possible that what you have is cancer. It's not a tumor, it's not a benign thing, it's something malignant, because it's obviously causing the body to kill a part of the tissue that in reality should be well irrigated with blood, nutritionally fed, and that shouldn't cause any kind of problem. So please check very carefully, get yourself thoroughly examined, do not wait. No matter how much you might believe it's a benign tumor, it could very well be a malignant one, and understanding that distinction could save your life, giving you precious days of anticipation. Number 4, cancer often feels hard and stony. In many instances, tumors can be composed of living tissue that can obviously be fat, skin, or perhaps even connective tissue. And generally, it's not a hard tissue or stony or perhaps, let's say, uniform, so to speak, when compared to cancer. If you feel that this lump you have is stony, hard, bothersome, or even causes pain, it might be cancer instead of a benign growth. The only way to truly know for sure will be with a small biopsy, which, by the way, shouldn't alarm you. Believe it or not, biopsies nowadays are very simple. It's a small needle with a hook that goes in and takes a tiny piece of tissue to check if it's truly cancer or not, and which you ultimately need to have done to get treatment. What I always suggest is to help yourself with a natural treatment, because on many occasions I've seen that only this can truly cure a cancer that is already very difficult to reverse. Number 5, the weakness that is caused by cancer is not actually caused by a tumor itself. When the body is developing a tissue that is not naturally a part of its own system, that tissue will then demand and require specific nutrients, oxygen, and a blood supply, which a normal, healthy, and well-regulated tissue typically does not do. If you feel weak, lacking energy, deficient in nutrients, or even experiencing hunger you can't explain after just eating, it's possible you're feeding a cancer that is, in reality, slowly taking your life. I suggest you get re-examined by a doctor. If you lack energy, truly lack vitality, don't have enough to feel comfortable and well, and obviously seeing a cancer growing within, it's likely to be a malignant cancer, not a benign tumor. Now, obviously, quite independently of that, you really have to verify that your thyroid gland is functioning correctly. Take a supplement such as Metathyroid or the Appleizer from Fineland, which you can easily find at drlandavar.com, to ensure your thyroid works so that you have all the necessary vitamins or the right supplements to be able to make sure that the body activates itself and improves in every single aspect of your overall health and well-being. If you need a high-quality vitamin, one that isn't synthetic but is completely natural, and what's more, it contains 42 natural fruit and vegetable extracts to ensure your body functions optimally and heals itself, then search for Multi-D Min from Fineland at drlandavar.com. And please don't forget to give the channel a like and share it with your friends so they can stay well informed on this important subject. If you have any doubts or questions, leave your comment down below and I will gladly answer it. If you need quality supplements for your illness or an online consultation, visit drlandavar.com. And right here in the videos on this topic, you will find valuable information that can help prevent serious illness in the future. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.